Today at lunch, I asked my mother about the childhood of the father of the nation, former Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew. My mother was very surprised and asked me why I was suddenly interested in the father of the nation. She said,
"Son, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew is one of the greatest politicians in the world. Mom is very happy that you are interested in his childhood stories." You suddenly asked about his childhood growth story and Mom couldn't answer it for a while. The oral test of the prelim will be held next week. Can you spend more time to prepare seriously? There is a biography of Prime Minister Lee at home, A Life of Glory. Mom will help you find it later when you finish the PSLE. After that, read slowly and you can go to the library to look up other information later.
"Okay, Mom," I just asked casually, because in today's Chinese class, the teacher explained a test paper about Prime Minister Lee. In order to deepen our understanding of the content of the article, the teacher specially introduced us to the life of Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, and also played a slideshow introducing his childhood on the projector. My classmates and I were fascinated by it. "Mom, do you know, Prime Minister Lee is so powerful. When the Japanese occupied Singapore, he and his classmates from Raffles Institution formed a medical team to treat the British soldiers. How brave," I answered my mother. I have learned some stories about Prime Minister Lee in the Good Citizens course before, but none of them were as interesting as the slides the teacher showed today. After class, all the topics are about him, and everyone admired him very much. As soon as I finished speaking, my mother immediately continued,
"Need I say more? PM Lee is such an amazing great man. There are countless stories about how he led Singaporeans to turn a small port into a prosperous international metropolis based on poverty. Not to mention his profound understanding and precise positioning of international geopolitics, making Singapore a model of small countries with great diplomacy. Not only Singaporeans and Chinese, but also many Westerners respect and admire him. We normal people have nothing but respect and admiration for him."
He also did rubber business with his relatives, using some advanced formula to lower the price of the product and made a lot of money. It's amazing.
Why don't I have any impression of what you said about his business? Think about it carefully. What kind of business did Prime Minister Lee introduce in the slides you saw? And what method did he use to lower the price? Don't talk nonsense.
Oh, I wasn't sure when my mother asked this. Seeing my embarrassed expression, my mother's expression became a little serious.
Mom will find Prime Minister Lee's autobiography and read it carefully to see if there is this paragraph. Your bad habit of only listening halfway in class is really bad. Ask the teacher tomorrow when you go to school where you can find this slide and borrow it to take a look during the holidays. Don't make it up by yourself.
My mother's words made me sweat. I should go to the library to look up information after the exam and read Prime Minister Lee's autobiography carefully.